Hi, I'm Dexter Sloan, and I'm a local Toronto bluegrass, country, and folk musician. I study audio music production, but also live audio production and audio for short films, like post-production. I'm also a bluegrass musician, folk musician, country musician, self-taught. I'm very passionate about folk music, and I think that there's lots to be gained from a supposedly dead genre. I taught myself how to play music over the pandemic. I was incredibly bored, nothing to do. I had a guitar sitting around in my closet from lessons I took when I was a kid that I didn't like because I was forced to do it. But I heard that music was kind of good for your brain, so I picked up an instrument and kind of taught myself. And it was very slow and very bad at first. And then over time, really started to fall in love with it. It's like learning a language. And it kind of, I don't know if it activates that part of the brain, but that's really what it feels like, is like, how do I communicate what I want to say in my head into this instrument? And it combines a lot of dexterity, it combines like fingers. So I started on guitar, then I got myself a banjo, then I got myself a mandolin, and it's been a really fun journey. Somewhere that I've spent a lot of time, not only as a musician, but just in my day-to-day life, is Trinity Bellwoods. My daily commute every single day is the 501 streetcar going past this place. I love to pick up momos in Parkdale and then sit here and eat them on a lunch break. I love bringing like fellow musicians. You might meet them at an open stage somewhere, and if we're both in the West End, this is the perfect spot to like bring our instruments and jam it out. I think it's nice because it's accessible. It's an interesting part because it's kind of like right in the heart of the city. You're kind of like getting a mishmash of nature and city at the same time. It's like a weird kind of in-between space, which is inspiring as a songwriter because that kind of feels like Toronto to me. I was walking by the river, like in the middle of the woods, and I was like, what's gonna suit this moment? Like, what's kind of like the soundtrack that's gonna suit this moment? And I just had this feeling like guitar music, like something acoustic, something really raw and earthy and old. I think that that's something worth revisiting. I don't think it should be a dead genre. I don't think we should toss it aside. We're outside of the Nashville industry. Country music's not huge here, especially outside of Alberta. But we have this unique opportunity in a metropolitan city where a lot of people are living. There's a lot of diversity. It's kind of this cool melting pot. Like there's people here that make that kind of music. We have the opportunity to kind of come up with the new country music, which is really the old country music. We have a way to be true to the genre and true to what life is like in 2024. We don't have to adhere to the nuclear family standard of the 1950s anymore. That's long gone. And it was never really real in the first place. Country artists struggling for bookings. I think if you make anything in this city that isn't pop, hip hop, and R&B or electronic music, like dance music, this is a metropolitan city. People want to party. They want music they can dance to. If you're going to a bar, if it's a live music bar or a club or a venue, you want to either like bang your head for the alt girls, or you want to like dance all night, you want your EDM, or you want your like hip hop, you want your R&B. R&B singer-songwriters do amazing in this city, and let's keep it that way. It's not a pie. We're not taking spaces from anybody. But I think that, I don't know, we gotta diversify the genres a little bit. We gotta make space for every type of genre. Art is not well funded in this city at all. It's kind of seen as like an extra. You go to places like Montreal or, I don't know, cities where like the cost of living is a little bit lower. They have a lot more focus on the art scene because artists can actually afford to make art. They're not stuck working minimum wage jobs to get by. They actually have a little free time and disposable income to put into their art. Toronto, we don't really have that. And the municipal and federal and provincial governments don't really put a lot of money into the arts. So even the grants that are available, a lot of them go unclaimed. A lot of people don't feel like it's worth it. So to break into an art scene like this with art that isn't instantly a moneymaker, it's a little rough. I would love to see just more of an investment in the arts in general. I think for like just everyday people, go out to a music venue once in a while. Like go to a jazz bar on Queen Street, go to Dakota Tavern, go to a bluegrass bar. They used to do bluegrass brunch there. That was fun as hell. Go to your local drag show, tip your local drag queens. We have a lot of arts and we have great artists. Go see them. Like, if you've got disposable income, bring that into the art scene. Like, go to art shows, go to concerts. Like, put your money out into the scene because in this city, money talks.